Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new, welcome. My name is Danielle and I'm so excited you're here with me today to do some cleaning. We are doing a whole house clean. We're going to tidy the living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the bathroom. We're going to do some dusting, some vacuuming, and the big thing I wanted to get done on this day was this couch. So it had been a while since I had vacuumed like under and between the cushions, and I also wanted to do some spot cleaning on it because there were just some spots where food had been spilled, or maybe where Cooper had, been like licking his paws or something like that. So I wanted to give this a really good deep clean and just feel good that I could cross that off of my to-do list. So if you've got some cleaning to do, grab your stuff and we can clean together. Or if you just want to take a little break from your day, you can just relax with maybe, a cup of something hot and enjoy this video. And if it's something you like, I would love it if you'd give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with other people who like to clean or who are just, trying to manage parenting and home ownership and work and all those things. And either way, I hope it brings you some motivation. It was a beautiful sunny day, the day that I was filming this, which just, oh my goodness, we've had such dreary weather here in Ontario where I live. And so to have, I think we had 2 or 3 days of sun in a row, and it was just so good for the soul. It's incredible how much of a lift your mood can get when you haven't seen the sun for a couple weeks and it suddenly shines. It just makes everything feel so much easier. So I hope you're having good weather wherever you are, and I hope this video motivates you, and I hope you enjoy it. So I got this little white tool that you see me using for Christmas. I'd had it on my list. I actually got it with the intention of keeping it in my bedroom. And so it's a roller. It's kind of like felt, but it has 2 rubber pieces on each end. It's very hard to describe. You'll see it better when I show you what comes out of it. But basically, you just roll it over anything that you want to, and it's going to pull up a bunch of hair and dust and things that maybe the vacuum didn't quite get going over it the first time. So I thought it would be really great to have for when I make my bed, because then I could just do a quick roll over my comforter, my duvet, and our sheets and stuff like that, and get up any dog hair from when Cooper lays on our bed, maybe do the same for the kids. But I've actually been keeping it out by the couch because sometimes it's hard to vacuum the pillows and the back cushions because they're a little bit more floppy and they don't have as much structure to them. So the vacuum kind of gets caught and then sucks up part of the cushion, and then they just don't end up getting vacuumed as much. But this thing does a great job. So I thought I would kind of like go gung-ho here and vacuum all the cushions, but also then go over them with this roller to try and catch up any extra hair that I missed, and then also do all the cushions that I normally can't vacuum. And it did a really, really great job. So you'll see here, I pop it open. So this is the little holder, and that's all the dog hair and dust after I had vacuumed this couch that still came up off of it. So it's a really cool tool. I don't know. I like it. I'm going to keep using it for now. And these were just a few little trinkets that I found inside the couch. It's actually not a bad haul considering I haven't done this in a while. But yeah, I'm hoping other parents out there can relate to finding lots of little trinkets shoved down into their couch cushions. We used to have a giant gallery wall of pictures behind the couch, but I found it just looked too busy in the room, so we replaced it with these really giant pictures of the kids, and I love them. But I think we need new pictures because they're about 2 years old already, which is crazy to me. So the kids don't really look the same as they do in those pictures anymore. So I think I need to find some new good ones that I can print off and put into those frames. So if you've watched my other videos, you've probably seen me use this Bissell, I think it's like the Pet Plus machine. It's really cool. You fill up the one reservoir with water and then the cleaning solution, and I also add some Oxy to it for that boost. And then it has this whole vacuum. It comes with a couple different heads based on, what kind of surface you're cleaning. And then the other reservoir fills up with the dirty water as you go. It's always super gross, but also super satisfying to see the color of the water that gets sucked up. And I've used it a couple times on this couch. I've also used it in my car and on our hallway rug. I've tried it on our rug in the living room there, but if you've watched the video where we pressure wash that rug, I think that's a better way to clean it just because the pile is so thick. It's just so deep. I think it would be really hard for this machine to do a good job. But for things like this where we just have little food spills or little stains on the couch, this is perfect. It's really easy to fill up. It's not super heavy, but you can also then put it down while you're using it so you're not holding it the whole time. And the trick with this, which I've mentioned in other videos, is you want to make sure you really go over the wet area really well because so you can spray. There's a nozzle with a button so you can spray the water out. And then if you don't hit the button, then it just acts as a vacuum. And so you want to make sure you really vacuum up all the water really well, because what I have found is if I don't vacuum it up well enough, then whatever I was cleaning is cleaned up, but now I have sort of this water stain. So you can see the edges of where I cleaned around where that stain was. So that's the big trick. If you want this to look really good when you're done, you got to make sure that you really vacuum up that water as best you can. And I'm not doing the entire couch by any means. I'm just going through and doing some spot cleaning, just getting, again, like I said, food bits, little stains, dog stains, all those things off the couch, just to, bring it back to life and make it look really nice again. My kids have been obsessed with their mag formers lately, and these are all their creations on top of our unit here. So we've decided that if you have a creation that you don't want to clean up at the end of the night because you don't want to break it or risk it getting broken, then you can put it on top of here so that you are still getting it off the floor and cleaning it up, but everybody knows this is a creation you still want to play with and you don't want it broken. So it seems to be working pretty well. This is also a good way for the kids to know that these are creations that their brother made that they're not allowed to break, so that's been helpful too. And I'm loving the creativity. Some of the things, there's booklets that come with the Magformers, so some of the things we make from the booklets and some of the stuff they just make on their own, and they come up with these really cool designs, and it's fun to watch their little creative process. So this is technically the Magformers cleaned up. I know it doesn't look great, but this is a way for everyone to stay happy without stuff being all over the floor. I decided to tackle our front hall closet this day as well. I had switched everything over in the fall from summer, but then I hadn't really switched things over from fall to winter. So we still had a lot of the kids' running shoes and their fall coats and things that we're not going to be using for the next couple months. And it was getting harder when they came home from school to get them to hang their things up instead of just throwing them on the ground, because there was never any hooks and it was so hard to find somewhere to actually put things. So I pulled out all of their fall jackets, their rain jackets. There was a couple fall sweaters they had in there and vests. I'm doing the same with my and Andrew's stuff that's up above. And I got rid of all the extra running shoes that we're not using right now. And I'm going to put that all downstairs in storage. So you can see there's way more room in that closet now. And there's actually free hooks. And it's been a big difference when they come home now. They have no excuse. They know they have to hang their stuff up, but they can actually find places to hang it. So things get put away. So I have to share while we're here in the kitchen because I'm so excited. We pretty much, I'm going to say 93% finished our Google SketchUp of what we want our new kitchen to look like. We're working with a new designer and he's been great because he is able to help us in a lot of areas where we weren't really sure what we were going to do, primarily around the load-bearing wall and putting a beam in and how to go about that whole process. So as of right now, we are moving forward. So next week, we're going to do all the calculations and get everything figured out so that we can submit our drawings to our city to get the permit so that we can get the beam put in. We're going to talk to a company about coming to help and do that because I guess it's a really heavy beam and it's not something that just my husband and our designer can do together. And we have an electrician coming to the house to take a look. We have some wonky wiring in our kitchen, kind of all over the house, but especially in the kitchen. He's going to take a look at everything and make some suggestions, and we're going to determine if we need another panel or not. And those are all sort of the big things that Andrew and I couldn't do by ourselves that we really needed to figure out before we could get going on all the rest of the renos. So I'm excited that these pieces that were big question marks for so long are actually moving forward and getting done, and that means we're getting closer to doing the reno. At the end of February, I have 2 weeks off of work, so we're hoping that we can use at least some of that time to do some renoing. So it would be nice if we could get this stuff going, because it kind of needs to get done before anything else. So I will, of course, keep you guys updated, because again, if you've been around for my other videos, I've been talking about this for a while, and we've been going back and forth for so long trying to figure out what is the best way to design this kitchen so that it works the best for our family, because it's not a big space and there's not a lot of room for storage. So I think we've finally got it all figured out to a spot that we're happy with, that's affordable. And so, yeah, the renos can begin. And of course, I'm going to film most of those renos and make a video of that, because it's super satisfying to watch, a room that's outdated kind of be brought to life with somebody's vision. We are going to end in the bathroom today, and this was perfect timing actually because it was exactly the time I had to go pick up my kids from school. So I was really pleased with all the progress I made and got the house nice and clean and orderly again. It's a little easier to do after the holidays when you don't have all your decorations up, so that first clean after everything's put away always feels a little easier. I want to thank you if you've made it to the end of this video. I really do hope it gave you some motivation or just let you have a break in your day. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, your day is going really well and that you're staying healthy and happy in this beginning of 2023. We've almost made it through January, which is very exciting. It's always nice to know that we're getting closer and closer to longer days and warmer weather. So if you like this video I mentioned before, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll put up a couple other videos you can watch in the meantime until my next video comes out, which should hopefully be next week. I am aiming to post on Mondays. This week I got a short out on Monday, so today's video was a little bit later. But I'm trying to stick to that routine as best as I can. Of course, sick children sometimes throw us off of that, but we just do as best we can. And yeah, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Cheers.